As a screen printer, are you or your customers happy with the hand or the feel that you're getting on your shirts? In this video, we're going to show you how to accomplish a softer hand, a softer feel, giving your customers an actual better product and making your life a little bit easier as a screen printer. It's amazing how many printers print most everything with just Plastisol. So in this video, we're going to be using our new Green Galaxy Pitch Black water-based black ink, and we're going to be using the Ryonet Discharge, pigmenting it to a specific Pantone green color. It's pretty awesome because we're going to be able to accomplish a dark and a light garment with the same screens, with one pass, no flash drying, and get a better result as a show shirt, which we're actually going to wear at our upcoming trade shows in Texas and Atlantic City. So I'm going to show you this Plastisol shirt. Here's a perfect example of something somebody's done. I know you can't hear this, but this is Plastisol. I mean, it doesn't feel too bad, but this was probably printed through a 160 mesh or a 156 mesh screen, and you could feel that ink on there. Plus, we're probably having to hit that twice. Same thing with the red down here. You can feel that ink down here. This is a lighter garment, so what we're going to be doing on the gray is we're going to be changing the black out, not the specific print, but the black out for the water-based. Now, for the dark garments, we're going to be doing the green in a discharge without using a white underbase. We're going to be using the Ryonet R2O color matching software. We're actually going to be mixing discharge. The green that we're going to be mixing is the 368. So that's the green we're going to be mixing. We're going to put in the batch size once we know how much ink that we're going to actually make. Very, very simple to use this software. It's cms.screenprinting.com. You can use it for free with our R2O matching system. Starting out by taking our Ryonet Discharge base and filling as much as we can get into that container. So we're printing a good amount of shirts, so I'm going to go around 409 grams. So I just put in my batch size, which is going to be 500 grams. That's about a half a quart, by the way. We're going to make sure it says grams, hit go, and then that tells us the mixing formulas, which is 450 on the base, 37 of the processed yellow or CMS yellow, and 12.5 of the processed blue. Okay, so we have 450 of the base already then. We zero this out, and so we're starting at a 0. We're going to do 37.5 of the yellow. So pump in 37.5 here. These squirt bottles make it very convenient to get pretty accurate. And if you're Pantone mixing, you know, you do want to be fairly accurate. A little bit over, but we should be fine there. And then we're going to go 12.5 of the blue. All right, so we got our 37.5 of the yellow in, and then 12.5 of the blue. And then we'll mix it all up. So pretty quickly and easily you can make any Pantone color in the Pantone book. We are actually using the uncoated color book, so not the coated color book, because we're not making a shiny ink. This is a matte ink because the discharge is going to make a matte. So you can see the nice green that we're getting there. And that's the exact color that we want, so we should be good to go. Now, keep in mind that sometimes you need to tweak colors for discharge. Depending on the type of garment you're going in, sometimes that color will shift. So we might need to tweak that sometimes. It's not always 100% accurate. Next, we add 5% of our discharge agent, so that's 25 grams of agent. So we made a 500 gram batch. This is the stuff that you want to use in a well-ventilated area, and definitely use gloves. You don't want to use this in a closed environment. It does have a little bit of formaldehyde in it, so you don't want to intake it. Definitely use it in a ventilated area, please. Then we mix this stuff up. Then once it's mixed up, we let that sit for about 5 minutes to activate. Okay, so we're ready to load the ink up. We actually have a water-resistant stencil. This is a new photopolymer water-resistant emulsion we're testing out. We have our traditional WBP emulsion over here that is already water-resistant, and you can also use an emulsion hardener to accomplish this as well. So we're going to load up the screen with a lot of ink, not our whole batch, but a decent amount to cover the image area, and this is a test shirt. Discharge only works on cotton, so you cannot discharge polyester pigments or dyes. So we are using cotton or cotton blend shirts. On the cotton blend shirt, it only works on the cotton, which actually gives us a pretty cool result. So we flood the shirt up, and then we want to make sure we get a good coverage, especially first time through. We're using a 160 mesh. Then we're flooding the screen like that to make sure that there's no ink that will dry out in the screen. So there's our first print. Now we actually dry that. You can't see anything right now. Discharge actually works during the heat activation process. Okay, so what we're looking at is a fully discharged shirt like that. So that's on 100% black cotton. You can see we got a pretty cool green there. It actually brightens up. This is actually way closer to our Pantone color. It was a little bit darker in the container, but it looks awesome. Came out awesome. No hand. I mean, there's a little bit of hand on a discharged shirt when it first comes out of the conveyor dryer, but once you wash that, that's going to completely go away. Plus, we didn't have to use a flash to get that, so it's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and actually do our production run, which is going to be on a blend shirt, which is also really cool because we're only going to be discharging the cotton part of the blend. Okay, so here we are on an American Apparel blend. And as you can see, this is a blend, so it does discharge, but only the cotton discharges. The polyester in the garment does not discharge, but it still gives us a pretty cool looking, look there. It's kind of like a distressed and faded look, which is actually what we were going for there. So there's our result on a blended fabric. This is the shirt that we're actually going to be wearing at the show because I absolutely love this shirt. It's their track shirt, the American Apparel Tri-Blend track shirt. Very, very cool shirt. Now we're going to go and do production on this, then we'll hit the screen, change the screen out and do the black. All our dark garments and discharge printing is done. We've done the front and the backs. We're going to do the athletic prints now on the athletic gray. So this is going to be using a water-based black. Now the cool thing about using water-based and discharge, very easy to do color changeovers. I just simply took some paper towels, got them wet, wiped down the screen. Because I started with my lighter color first, I see I have a little bit of residue of the green left. It shouldn't affect the print at all because we're going to be loading the screen with black. This is our new pitch black Green Galaxy ink. Super, super black ink, but does not dry on the screen. If you notice that water-based and discharge, most water-based and discharge has a problem with drying the screen, but this stuff stays very, very wet, but covers very well. I'm going through the same 156 mesh screen. Now I probably could go through a little bit higher mesh with this even. I'm going to see how it looks after one print. Need to get a little bit better coverage there. There we are. And then nice and pitch black right there. So we'll go ahead and do production on this round as well. Then we'll show you the finished result when we're done. Okay, so here's our finished print with the black, new black water-based ink. It's super soft. You don't even feel it, but nice and vibrant as well. Got the front and the back done. And then we also have our finished green back right there in our front. All done with 1 or 2 passes depending on how the garment soaked up the ink. No flashing, pretty easy to print, pretty fast, but gives you an optimal soft hand, soft feel result. So water-based printing, discharge printing will not only give you a better garment or softer feel if you're looking for that, but it will actually save you money because the ink's a little bit less expensive, plus it's much, much faster to print. So actually check this ink out on screenprinting.com. If you have any questions whatsoever, hit us up on Facebook or YouTube. Thanks for watching, guys.